Hi everyone, my name is Richard. Today is the 30th of June 2024. I'll be going over my weekly prediction for Tesla. As usual, I'll be going over the monthly, weekly, and finally the daily charts, and then I'll switch over to the Excel sheet where we'll review last week's prediction and go over this one, confirming the buy and sell entries based on the analysis that we've made. So before getting into this video, however, it's important to make the disclaimer that all information here is completely educational. Please conduct your own analysis, whatever analysis that may be, to ensure you're comfortable with your own rationale. Do not solely rely on this video to make trades. Also, please do exercise your own trading style, since you may not be comfortable with mine based on the time period, risk, reward, etc., etc. So keep that in mind as well. And use this video educationally, as that is its purpose. Now, monthly charts, we can see that Tesla was in a downward wedge type of price movement, and it had a false breakout here. And then the next 2 months here, which were April and May, we had a high wave candle and a doji candle respectively. And this month, June, has had a lot of upward movement that largely came from the last week, and we'll go over that in the next chart. The volume we can see is, consistently declining. I mean, there's no strength in where Tesla's going right now, indicating that it's volume typically declines in a range. However, if it doesn't increase dramatically after a breakout, which we have seen in the weekly charts, that is definitely a cause for concern. RSI flatline, ADX going down. There's really no trending environment right now, and that's not different to the last video or the few before. I mean, even more apparent now. There has been practically no movement outside of this range until last week, which is on high volumes. That's very encouraging, although higher volume, not high volume. So hopefully this breakout that we saw last week continues to go upwards, and just because of that, the blue line has now crossed the yellow line, or if you want, it's blue and yellow and blue here, but this would be the green line crossing a red line, or as such. And the ADX, however, is still going down, so we should expect a turn if more highs are made. But we just got a signal that the market is now in an uptrend according to the ATX. Well, it's starting an uptrend. RSI has now slightly gone higher, so hopefully we see some confirmation there. But as of now, we can't say, since there's not really a higher low per se. We need a more concrete low to be sure. Daily charts show a very similar pattern. However, this last week had a lot of movement that largely came from one day, which is the 26th, and that's because of very encouraging data that came out this week, namely the price data, inflation, GDP, etc., which is why Tesla moved significantly. And the last day was actually a high wave, spinning top high wave type of candle on equally high volume. So that actually shows a little bit of uncertainty, and that's why the support and resistance, which I've outlined and we'll just cover in a minute, will make sense. ADX is slowly starting to rise upwards, meaning we are now out of hopefully a sideways market and slightly becoming more and more trending, and the blue line is up. So the ADX is signaling that the bullish trend is now starting to pick up some steam, and RSI average is completely flatlined, but technically it's still going up here. So we have an indication that a bullish market might be in order. Last week we made a very significant profit of 3% off of a buy signal, where we made a raw profit of $3,090, bringing our weekly closing balance up to $3,741.58. So that's that. And here, this week, we are going to buy when it crosses the resistance at 203.2 and sell when it falls below the support at 191.08, which was the previous week's resistance, with a target of 2% trailing stop loss. If the stop loss isn't hit and the stop loss is at 1% and trailing, we'll just close on Friday. Weekly trend is sideways, but that could be imminent for reversal, as we did just have a breakout. But the monthly trend overall is still down or sideways. You could categorize it as either. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Enjoy, and I will see you in the next video.